Josh said, maternity PBM was my entire world growing up. I attended school here. I went to church here. This is where I learned the meaning of social justice from the Sisters of Providence. This is where I learned about equal opportunity from my teachers. It's where Father Gary and Father Leo taught me that dignity is something that we all deserve, regardless of how we came to be in the places that we call home. And it also was a place where the church community honored my family's roots and traditions, where every December 12th, we were here at 5 in the morning to sing Las Mañanitas to the Virgen de Guadalupe. And when we came back in the evening, it asked a tradition to dance for La Misa de las Rosas. Those are parts of my life that made me who I am today. And so again, I couldn't be more thrilled to be with you here in my home at Maternity PBM. So welcome. Like me, each one of our guests today has very deep roots in the Latinx community of Chicago. I'm so incredibly proud to introduce our panelists for our program today. It is a privilege to spend the next hour hearing from these extraordinary leaders. Each one of our guests is a great American success story, and we're lucky to have you. Thank you so much. I'm going to begin by introducing each one of our panelists, and then I'm going to ask them to share a little bit about their story, because I know that the more than 70 people who are joining us virtually and the people in this room, and in particular the children, want to hear your story, your journey on how you came to be in the position that you are today. I'm going to start with Cabrera. Martí is CEO and founder of Cabrera Capital Markets and Cabrera Capital Partners. In addition to being such a successful company, Martí serves his community in numerous ways, including as a board member of the Chicago Community Trust, World Business Chicago, Econ Illinois, and at the Latino Forum Collaborative. He serves as chair of the board of trustees at St. Ignatius College Prep, and is a member of the Archdiocese Finance Council and chair of the Real Estate Committee for the Archdiocese of Chicago. Martí is a dedicated father. He has 5 children, including a daughter in college and twins born in 2nd grade. Despite his incredibly busy schedule, you can often find him shuttling his kids to extracurricular activities. Marisela Rosales Lawson is the founding partner of Sagens. She brings more than 20 years of management consulting and industry experience working closely with and advising business and technology executives. Marisela has a long record of supporting youth through education. She's dedicated to expanding opportunities for the next generation. In addition to serving on the Bishop Board, Marisela serves on the board of trustees of the Merit School of Music. And I got to know Marisela especially well when we both served on the board of trustees for the City Colleges of Chicago. Marisela resides in Hilton with her husband and 2 children. And last but not least, Mike Melendrez. He's the founder of Red Circle Recruiting, a tech search firm specializing in startup and early stage companies. His company works to match people with opportunities, and he lives by his mantra of building companies by changing lives. And for the past 20 years, Mike has worked to change the lives of young adults from the east side of Chicago through his service as chair of the board of St. Francis de Sales High School. Closer to home, Mike also serves as vice chair of the board of St. Matthias School in Chicago's Union Square neighborhood, where he lives with his wife and 3 children. Mike was born on the east side of Chicago. He attended St. Francis de Sales High School and the University of Illinois at Chairmen. Let's give our panelists a big round of applause. Recognizing that our history, and in this particular month, our Hispanic history, can only be passed to our children when we share our story. I would really like each panelist to spend a few minutes sharing your story, and like I said, your journey to where you are today.
Thank you, Clarisol, and thank you, Shoulders, for having us. It's a pleasure to be here and an honor as well, and to see all the young students and some of those that are on Zoom as well. So we're excited to be here as panelists, and it kind of takes us back to some of the days when we were younger in school. But to give you a little bit of my background and story, my parents came here from Mexico. My mother was from Rango, Little Pueblito, in Australia, and my father was from San Luis Potosí. And when they came here, we spoke Spanish at our house. So they took me to preschool, and it was my first day, and I kind of freaked out because I did not know anything English. And I was wondering what these kids were saying, and my parents kind of freaked out too, and they kind of immersed me in English. So I started learning the language. But it was a great experience, and growing up in a little village, I was close to the Charleston Park. Always playing sports as a kid, and team sports as well. I ended up going to Bogan High School, which was a public school. I went to public school and grammar school. But there, I kind of thought I was going to become an architect. And I played the stock market game senior of high school, and it kind of changed my life. And I realized that I love the change in markets and the fluctuations, and it was really exciting for me. But I always thought back to what it was about my family that made us so special, as a family unit. And I would have my first cousin, second cousin, and third cousin that would always by our house. And it was such a wonderful time to see how close we were as a family. But it was always surrounded by our Catholic church, where my grandmother, my mother, father were also to. And going, we're at public schools, we have a strong tie to our faith. And that kind of helped shape a lot of what we do and who I am now, and why we do some of the things that we do as volunteers. But it was something that, growing up, when I was in the second grade, I wrote a letter to my mother that my dream was to be a ballerina. I wanted to sell paletas, and I thought I could make a lot of money. And it was great because my mother had that letter, and she still shows people that, and it showed my kids too. But people helping me out along the way. Students, teachers, and all those kind of rough times growing up in the woods, and those stuff like workers, those games, those drugs, a lot of other things that you have to go through. But knowing that you have your faith in your family and close friends to guide you along the right path is something that really kind of helped me and helped shape me going into high school. And then eventually I did not become an architect. I ended up changing my major to finance at King's University of London. And going and studying abroad in London and working for Cabrera at the time. So I did a class, and over those years, getting experience, and then eventually starting my own company and going through ups and downs as well as you do in life and in all this. But you learn a lot, and I always come back to that faith, that family, and the friendship that we have. So I've been truly blessed and that I've been fortunate where I could advise residents of this country as well as other countries, and also mayors and governors on financial matters. And I'm a kid from a little village, so it's important for me that I never forget that, but that we're always giving back, and that we have an opportunity to make a difference in this world. And that's what you'll see from our Catholic faith, the impact that we'll have, and that we're all having as panelists. And this life as well.
Thank you so much, Becky. Like I said, I just want to make a little note that our guests virtually would like us to speak a little bit more into the microphone. We want to make sure that now are more than 80 people joining us virtually to hear us today. So people don't need to say it's too younger. I'll try. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for inviting us to speak here today to share our story and hopefully get to spend time with you after the panel. My name is Marisela Rosales Lawson. I was born in Guadalajara, and I came to the United States when I was 4.5 years old. And just hearing my think about the story about what it was like to not be able to speak the language, that was my case too. My parents, my grandparents bought this house a block away from St. Pius, the Prince Victoria House in St. Pius here today. So it was a 3-unit building, and there were lots of people who lived there, about 34 people on this time. And they chose to pick St. Pius, like that was the school that they wanted us to go to. And I remember walking there and not knowing what they were saying. Mrs. Lori, that was my kindergarten teacher. I couldn't understand her, but yet she somehow understood me. So we all went back home and we learned English via substitute of that show. And continued to try really hard to understand what everyone was saying quickly. After that, we stayed through St. Pius, and one of the things that I remember most is my dad would go back. His family wanted him to go back in the months of October to go help with the harvest. He grew up in a very small town, no electricity, no plumbing, and we would all drive from Hilton down to Mexico. And the teachers would pack us our books and say, "This is where we are. This is where we are today. This is where we're going to be on the 31st. Power to you." And we don't procrastinate. I think that's where we're going to go executive functions today, because we kind of keep up, and we're going to for 30 days. Brothers and sisters help each other out, doing homework, and come back, and we do that every program. The school let us do that, and I remember those moments fondly. So all of I have 3 siblings. All of us went to Catholic high schools after that, 4-year institutions for college. And I feel fortunate that I was able to find mentors along the way. And they looked out for me, and they guided me. They helped me make decisions during critical times. And to this day, that's how I joined a consulting firm early on. That's where I interned during college. I met people there who introduced me to other consulting firms here in Chicago, where they were formative years for me. And it was those moments where I really there were other people always looking out for me, and that's what drives me to continue doing that today. If anybody needs any assistance from me, I don't hesitate, because I feel like that's what helped me become who I am, which was, I was able to found the company 12 years ago. I was pregnant. People question the decision, but it's worked out, and that luckily able to work in a very happy field of fitting and the people who I really enjoy working with, and I continue to think about others, because that's what people do for me. Thank you, everyone.
It's really strange to be sitting in this basement lunchroom in this Catholic school, because it feels like my story has really come full circle. Because I myself am a product of 2 children's schools, went to St. Michael's for grade school and St. Francis de Sales for high school. I didn't start at St. Michael's. I started in a public school, from kindergarten through 2nd grade. I lived in a neighborhood where all of my friends were Mexican Americans, and that's what I knew. But sometime during second grade, my dad decided that I shouldn't be in a public school anymore, and we transferred to St. Michael's. And I was a little lost. And it was the sisters and the priest at that school that helped me find a little bit of who I was then, because it was a school that was Polish and it was changing. And so I was trying to figure out how to fit in there. And they helped me. And then I went to a Catholic high school, St. Francis de Sales, that I share today. It was a whole other world. We had people, kids from other schools that were richer than me, that were poorer than me. We had Mexicans, we had white people, we had Black people. It was a beautiful place. But again, I didn't know who I was. And they helped me find that. Then I went to college at the University of Illinois, and it was a whole different story. Different types of wealth. I never met Chinese people or Jewish people. It was a totally different thing there. I really didn't know who I was. And I kind of lost track of it. When I was done with college, I started my first sales shop. And still trying to figure out who I was. And I went back home. And I went to my grandma's house. And she said, come and sit next to me. And she said, talk to me. And I was me. And I remember who I was. I went back home. And today they say just do you. But I go back to St. Francis de Sales, the patron saint of my high school. And he says, be you and be that well. It took me a long time to learn it. It took me from sitting on the floor of the Catholic school cafeteria all the way to now. But if I had to say anything that everybody, all the children in this room, is just be you and be that well. Thank you.
Today, because it's Hispanic Heritage Month, I want to start a little bit in terms of our history and bridging that cultural gap over generations. We sit here in Chicago. Chicago has such a long history of immigrant waves of immigrants coming through and really building up our city. We happen to be descendants of the latest waves, probably one of the longest waves of immigration of Latinx, people from Latin America. And I can start with you. As a community that comes through immigration, what are the shared values that we believe bring us together? And what do you think we need to do today to invest in the leadership of our city in the future? Who are you?
Thank you, Marisela. So I think we are very blessed as Latinos because we have such a rich culture. We're not just Mexican, we're Puerto Rican, Dominican, there's 27 different countries. And we all have some shared ownership languages as well. But it is that richness and those family, the culture of family ties or family bonds that we can all relate to. And it actually sets us apart from other people that, people kind of freak out sometimes. They're like, oh, what do we do for Christmas? And, they'll say, oh, we had a big party of about 15 people. I'm like, oh, I have about 120 people. And it's a big potluck, but it's, everybody brings friends. But that is who we are as a culture. And those differences, the hard work ethic, the dedication to the family, the great foundation. And those are things that we should embrace. And yes, we are different, but there are a lot of similarities as well. And part of that's educating other cultures. I think, back in the 1840s, the Irish community came here, and they were treated, they were beaten in the streets in Chicago, New York, Boston, and Philadelphia. And they kind of came together as a community, and their leadership as well. So we're going to educate these kids. We're going to give them better opportunities. And that's what's happening in our community, not the Latino community. We have more kids going on to high school, but also to college, and even for their MBAs. And what I love about the Catholic faith is that it's not just about me, I want to be number one and be the best. It's about serving others and going out there to extend your hand, not only to Catholics, but to everyone. And to really have that duty of service. of how are we going to make an impact. It's not about having a career just making money. It's about making a difference. And I think you're seeing that in the leadership throughout the Chicago area, where there's individuals that are doing well in their professions, but they're also being involved and they're giving back. And they see that they remember how they grew up like we did, but that they know they can go out there and give other opportunities to others. And that service commitment is actually going to cause us to lead and move up and take on other positions as mayors and governors and presidents of the country. So it's really kind of all of those kids that are out there that are our future that we're going to continue to push and look to see you as mayors and governors and presidents of our country. So it is those assets that we need to embrace, and that's going to cherish in our culture and be proud of who we are. Be proud of who your parents are and the work that they do. They may be working in the field or be working in the factory, but they're showing you hard work. And they're showing you that it can be done. Whatever you decide to do in that education, you're going to the profession, those values are going to stay with you forever.
We often hear this idea that you can't be who you can't see, right? And having you today, the three of you, is showing our young people, the children in this room, that they can be and they can choose these pathways, these careers that maybe are not obvious to them today. All three of you mentioned in your introduction the idea of mentorship and the importance of mentorship. I'd like to take a minute. Anyone would like to address that? We touched on it, theme, but this idea of how are we examples and really show that pathway to our youth through the work that we're doing today. I'll start it. We all probably have different mentors in place. I remember I was working at the water in high school, and I had an internship with was going to AT&T and going to consulting. But I remember thinking, where is this thing? Who are these? I never worked with adults. I literally that was a week that I had that. People like putting aside, they need us. Probably didn't know what to do and what I was going to face. And I didn't even know to ask. That was the first time I really didn't even know how to ask the question because I was so uncomfortable and I was nervous. And that's luckily I got better at asking. And mentors taught me that. And I do believe that that is something, it takes courage to be able to ask that it might not know something. And then it takes the people around you that really need to lean on. And one thing I have to say about my mentors that I met, that literally, I was 17 years old when I met this lady, she became a full partner. She has a very senior position at another major institution. And to this day, I still call her up when I have a question that I really need, and then very different perspective, very different background than I do. And I just need to be able to take that time and not be able to, like, I'm supposed to know what we're doing. And I think that's what mentors have taught me throughout my career.
I'd like to talk about asking about mentors because my story starts with learning how to ask. Because my dad, like many of us, my dad is a hero. And he's been my mentor my whole life. And I remember in college, one day he said to me, he said, I can give you as far as I can. And I was like, I was dumbfounded. Like, what do you mean? He's like, you're entering the world. I don't know anything about being in the business world. And I was like, Dad, you'll always be here. Don't worry about that. But then the next thing I know, another dad of a college friend of mine calls me up and he says, hey, I'm talking to your dad, and I'd like to help you enter the business world. And that was Mr. Goldman, my next mentor. And I learned two things from him. My dad had the humility to say, I've taken you as far as I can. And he then asked another man to help take me the next leg of my journey. And he asked another man from another culture, another economic bracket to help me. And Mr. Goldman took me the next step. And then I got my first sales job and I needed a suit. I needed a suit. And so my dad called another one of his friends. He's like, where should we buy a suit? And the three of us went to go buy a suit. And I started my first sales job because, and I loved that job. It was great. I learned a lot there, but I wouldn't have gotten there without my hero. And without my hero having the humility to say, I need to ask somebody else for help for us. And so to everyone listening, to the students present, always, never be afraid to ask for help and always go look for a mentor.
I've been fortunate to have many mentors, not just in business, but also when I was in grammar school and in high school. In grammar school, I had one of my teachers in seventh grade really kind of take me under his wing and tell me kind of some things that I should be thinking about for high school. He was an African-American teacher that I had, and he really kind of helped shape my life, and he knew I loved playing sports. So he helped me quite a bit during my grammar school years. And in high school, there were two teachers. One was an Irish guy, Tommy Ryan, and another one was an Italian guy. It almost sounds like a total black Irish guy. And Italian, those are folks that were mentors, and they saw that I needed help. My father passed away when I was a junior in high school, and they saw that I had some potential, that I wanted to go on to college, and they took me under their wing. And as much as my mother tried to help me, as far as like when I told her I want to go to college, she's like, okay, that's great. Like, I don't know what to do. So I would turn to them and they would help me with my college applications as well as scholarships. And also the other Italian teacher was Jim Ortiz, and he encouraged me, strongly encouraged me to take a econ class and to learn about the markets. And that changed the whole trajectory of where I was going. But it was having those individuals reach out to me and to help. And it wasn't just me. I know Tommy Ryan would take a group of 19 kids and we would go to a restaurant and he would teach us how to eat at a restaurant. You put the napkin on your lap, you eat from the outside in. These things that we never did. We never went out to a nice restaurant because we couldn't afford it. And we're poor kids growing up, and we used to joke sometimes that we're broke as the 10 Commandments. But those values that you learn by those mentors stick with you. And those teachers, Tommy Ryan and Jim Ortiz, we still get together with them every 3 months. They're 91 and about 80 now. But it's those teachers that you have in grammar school and in high school and in college that will help shape who you are and open up your eyes to this beautiful world that we live in. And it's not just here in Chicago, it's not just the United States, it's the whole world. And I'll always be appreciative of what they've done for me and for so many others.
Certainly I feel that it's true that no one reaches and achieves great things alone. And it's so universal, right? To anyone who's achieved anything great in life, they know that there are more people around them that were there at the right time. I know, as I think about the mentors I had and feeling vulnerable to ask the question of, what do I do, or I do this right? We often think about our students and as they think about their individual success, it's hard to bridge that gap when you're a young student. Mike, I know that you talked about getting back to Francis to Sales High School because that's where you attended. Is there anything that you would look back to while you were at St. Francis de Sales, and now that you are a leader at St. Francis de Sales, that you would do differently, or that you would want to share with your fellow students about trying to
anyone on the panel who would want to think about their time while you were, at going, at St. Ives, when you're a young person, what are the things that could reflect for our students and their future success?
I think growing up, I was very aggressive in sports, but because we grew up in the village and then my father wanted to get us out of the neighborhood, we moved to the Market Park area, which was all white. And I had to think to myself, as my brother and myself were one of the two Latino kids at school, how do you fit in? And you think about that even in high school. And high school is a lot different because we have black, white, Asian, Muslim, and Latino, and those are the mix. But you think about some of the things that I wish I would have done is probably take more chances. Go out there and we would have friendships where we had our friends that lived in Beverly. We'd also go to the south side, which was black, and we would bring them to 26th Street and eat tacos. But we shared so many of our cultural differences with one another. And I wish I would have done that sooner in life to say, you know what, I should have extended myself. I should have just made those gestures to some of those other kids so that I can teach them about our Latino culture, but also they could teach me about their Asian culture, their Irish culture, and the black culture too. And it's not a regret that I have, but when you think about it, it's like you have to take chances. And sometimes as kids, you're thinking, well, I'm too shy, I don't want to introduce myself, but you should say, hi, my name's Bobby. Where are you from? What do you do? What class are you? What grade are you? So I think in our Latino culture, we're very shy and passive, but I think it's good to be aggressive, know and be open and take chances.
That's a wonderful lesson, and it's one that I can absolutely share. Being more assertive in approaching others and opening myself up. So thank you for sharing that. Go ahead.
I'm ready to answer this question now. But before I answer this, my wife would like to thank you because people can find you speechless. So, growing up in the neighborhood that I did, growing up in the neighborhood that we sit in, gays were a big problem. And they were a big problem when I grew up. And people often ask me, how did I avoid gays? I was recruited, I said no, because I had the right influence. Others didn't say no, my friends joined me. And a couple of them I tried to keep them from going that way. If I look back and what I had done differently, I would have tried a lot harder. They took a path that I chose not to, and I had the right influences not to make that choice. But if I could go back and be 15, 16-year-old Mike Melendrez again, I would grab him by the hand and I just say, don't go that way. And I hope that advice goes with everyone in the room today.
Thank you so much, Mike. I don't want to be a speechless again. I was the one all the time. So I'm going to actually directly switch to Marisela. The idea of our heritage, our agency, our definition, will be inherited from our past generations. As a community, how are we doing in preserving the legacy of those who came before us? And what is the inheritance that we hope to pass on to the next generation? Thanks, Marisela. I'd say that in thinking about this question, I was thinking about how heritage looks so different for us when we were younger, because this is big family recipes like Jan, or Korean things, and cross stitching and very traditional activities that I remember having from my parents. That's just kind of fun, just sitting around and being out of porch. Well, that's really changed today with social media and what you have access to. Like, I can just see my kids now want to know the history beyond how we tell it and how our family tells it. They want to know the differences by states and countries and what the mother had to say. Like, it's so much easier now these days to go deeper in our understanding of why we're getting these traditions passed down. They don't even question them, like, where did that come from? And I think that's a bi-directional era, when before it was just passed down historically.
That's fascinating. And I find it fascinating because we know that the Latino population is, has a higher usage of digital platforms through cell phones than any other community. 98% of Latinos users have cell phones and use their cell phones for everyday activities, including Google Classroom for our kids. You know, we may not have tablets and personal computers at home, but we have cell phones. And so a lot of our students in our schools had questions about how our students keep traditions through the digital age, right? It's a different way. So I'd love to hear from Mike in terms of your thoughts and what students can take today as to how they keep traditions going, even though it's going to look different than how the four of us did growing up.
I think one of the things that I most appreciate about our family is our traditions. And even on Christmas Day, when we get together with my aunts and uncles and cousins, we still have our posada. And I know the younger kids or teenagers are like, oh, it's so long, and we're going to do the rosary afterwards. But we used to say the same thing when we were kids. And now we're like, okay, we have to make sure our kids are following our traditions and our culture and be proud of it. And as they get older, they appreciate it more. But it's important, even in this digital age, there's programs like Encantos and others that really celebrate our culture and make you proud as a Latino to be kind of who you are and the recipes that we have. You know, mommy, since I was in high school, and your mother makes some great pipián recipes. And all of our mothers and fathers have their specialty meal. But sometimes it's putting the tablet down or the cell phone down just to talk to your parents or your grandparents to hear about how they came to this country and the struggles that they've had. But also it allows you to appreciate who you are and all the sacrifices they made for you. And what they did at giving everything up and someone crossing the border and taking that risk and leaving their families behind to try to make a better life for them. So it's important to spend the time with your parents and grandparents just to hear their stories because they're fascinating stories. And some of them are sad and they're tearjerkers, but you'll keep those stories with you whether you're in 4th grade, 12th grade, and when you're 40 and 50 years old.
Everybody's talking about food and hunger, but I agree with food or how we can keep our tradition. I heard Clarisol at least one time, and that leads me to the overarching how do we keep our tradition by going home. So from this grade school, from my grade school, your grade school, we've gone away from our neighborhoods. And it's by coming home and sharing our stories, but that this is important to us. We hear them again. A lot of times we hear those stories over a big hot bowl of soda. You get the bowl, you sit down, and you eat, and you ask this question, just listen, and then share those stories. And the other thing that we can do with a culture is invite people to our houses, right? People from other cultures. How many times has people in this room or on this panel been asked by a friend, hey, what does your family eat for Thanksgiving? We eat turkey. What do you eat? But have them come to one of our parties where there's 100 people, where everybody, when my wife first came to her party, she's like, why is everybody screaming No, they're just talking, they're having fun. And see how many people are there, let them see what we do, and then we talk to other people about seeing that. So I think by going home, hearing it more from the elders, and then sharing that, then bringing people to enjoy it.
Thank you so much. I know we're gonna take a couple of questions, maybe from our guests who are here today. But one thing that I want you to think about as we're going to listen to the next question, because I'd love to close with your thoughts about how we open dialogue with other cultures. Now it talks about sort of bringing people to our culture, making sure that we're open to other people's culture. But maybe as we think about closing out today's panel, we think about this opening a dialogue with others. So, Vicente, I'm turning it over to you. Not yet. Okay. I'm not sure we're seeing. Okay, so we are out of time. So maybe if everyone could just share a little bit about how, just to close out the panel part of our program, what is one way that you think we can bridge the dialogue with others that are not part of the.
I think for us, it's food. And I remember everyone would get together at my grandmother's house. And I would invite all my white friends, like, we're gonna stop over, because my cousins would be there, my aunts and uncles. But I would warn them, I was like, my grandmother's gonna serve me 3 plates of heaping food, and you can't say no. And they would come over, they loved it, they were in their 20s, so they were hungry. But they would sit there and learn about our culture, hear about the stories. And I think kind of the food kind of gets folks to the table to sit down, to listen, and then you break down barriers from there. And that's kind of started it, and people get to see it's like, okay, you guys, when you came here to this country, we want the same things as we do for our families. Just get a better education, have opportunities, and to go to work and to get back. So I think part of that is our food.
One thing I want you to take away, I do take a lot of traditions for granted, and just thought they were what they were because we adopted them. And I say it was something kind of my part, the people around me, is you should know why. At school we study so much of our U.S. history, but we don't spend time in studying about our latter American history, political politics, where I understand literature and really take the time and understand what Cuba face versus what Mexico face versus, and that helps me understand Latinos, but then more so than as similarities with the Jewish culture or other cultures and their struggles. And I need to understand the depth with my community first to be able to do that. And that's probably how I feel like we should open that up with others and do more so with depth and not that challenge.
I will say my district is engaged in more one-on-one conversation. You brought up social media, I would say turn it off and invite somebody in your house for some food or for a drink and engage in conversation. We grew up in neighborhoods where people might visit and they don't know anything about our culture, they know a little bit based on social media. Turn it off and engage in conversation. A couple weeks ago, I got into a conversation with somebody specifically about inner city, and it was very, very lively. And I walked in thinking I knew a whole lot, and I did, but I also listened and learned a lot. She would let what she had to say inform my decision. I would say engage in one-on-one conversation, be prepared to speak your mind, but also be prepared to shut your mouth and listen to them.
Thank you so much. And now I will listen and learn to be the bit. Thank you so much.
Tim, one of the things that they were, he said, such a problem to have. And honestly, I'm not this is like, you all are here as a community. So, thank you, this is really incredible. Before I go on, I also like this. Look at this now. You will be here. And have seen about in your mind that you are able to have listening to the younger generation. And you know, look at this to this. You know, there are different values that and I will talk about how we keep or where this is like the sharing of stories. And this is why I decided to be here and sharing stories, uses of relation schools, the next generation of leaders. This is what's really wonderful. I want to say my take on it. I and on board, and also Joe Taylor, who is the co-chairman of our Chairman Organization Board. Thank you so much for being here. It's really an honor, and it's really an honor for us to take the time to come here. Well, Clarisol, Martin, Marisela, Mike, thank you for being the light for us today. My favorite part is that this is in Zoom, and I think we probably recorded this. I hope that we did, because I'm 33 years old, or 32, not 33 yet. I forget my age when I'm with important people. And I was listening to you, and I'm like, I have a lot to learn. You know, as a Latino, as an immigrant, I shouldn't be shy of going out and talking to people. I should be looking for mentors, you know. So as I was listening to you, I'm like, yeah, keep talking. You know, this is good for my life. So thank you so much for sharing your story, for being with us today. Now I'd like to talk to everybody that is listening to us through Zoom, that is here, and just invite you to get involved in Big Shoulders. As Clarisol, as Martin, as Marisela, as Mike said, you know, we need to think about how do we serve the next generation. And I really believe that here in Big Shoulders, we do and we try our very best to serve the next generation. So there's incredible ways to get involved. There's incredible ways to give back. So if you're interested in joining the Big Shoulders Fund Next Generation Board, the Subsidiary Board, the Young Professional Board, the Chairman's Advisory Council, me Career Professionals, Tim, I think everybody knows Tim, talk to him. Through that, you can become a mentor. You can become a stock market program mentor where you work directly with the schools. I know we have some of our mentors here. So if you're listening through Zoom, if you participated in this event, I think one of the things that we can really learn from our panel is this is not about me. It's about us. It's about how we give back. So please get involved. I know Marisol can attest to this, you know. I don't know how you're here after running the marathon on Sunday. But as you said, you know, this creation of kids give you wings. And so if Clarisol can do it, we can do it.
let Clarisol serve as an example for all of us. So we have different events that you can join. We have the Let a Children Day coming up that is hosted by the Chairman Advisory Council. This is on November 10th. This is really a great opportunity for you to visit our schools and see firsthand how Big Shoulders is impacting at the local community. You're going to be able to visit our schools, and then the great thing is that you're going to have a great lunch afterwards, and you get to hear stories from principals and students, and also just meet people that are involved in Big Shoulders. So November 10th, put it in your calendar and talk to team if you have any questions. And just to finish it up, Clarisol, thank you. Martin, thank you. Marisela, thank you. Mike, thank you. I think for somebody like me, you and many others that are your age, you guys are leaders in our community. You're great examples. And keep going, because you have an army of young Latinos looking at you saying, you can do it, we can do it. So thank you very much for being here today. Thank you guys for your leadership. And thank you very much for participating.
Yeah, make sure you understand here.
Good morning, sorry, thank you so much for joining us for opportunity. I want to thank you for being here, for your time, especially all those still on Zoom. We have an incredible student showcase to show you. On behalf of all of the Big Shoulders principals, both here and not here, we want to thank all of the people who invested their time and their energy. Thank you so much to the panelists. Being a first generation Latina myself, where my family is from a small town in Durango, raised and close to the Midway Airport, and it's incredible to just have a chance, an opportunity to listen to incredible Hispanic leaders in various industries, and incredible to have you see what we as principals see every day, which is incredible students who are proud of their diverse backgrounds, who are proud of who they are, their families, their traditions. Listening to you all was as memorable as listening to my grandmother making tamales during Christmas, a never-ending culinary journey. So I want to thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for your time and your energy. To the students, thank you for being here. We're so excited to see your work. We're so excited to see the amazing things that you have done. We're going to start off with St. Paul, who is here with their junior high, 5th and up, lovely dancers, and clearly very underdressed. We're excited to see all of the great things, and again, I want to thank you so much for being here.
felicidad, y vida en tu casa.